going to say it again. God been dealing with this old prophet about racism. Come on. It's something about how, when you're younger, you hear stories. You hear your parents talk about certain things. Come on, you hear older people sit back and talk about certain things, but it's a different things in hearing something. And then you actually begin to experience it. You begin to see it. Come on, somebody. How many know knowledge is power? Come on. Knowledge is what? To know something from experience. It's not all the time because of what somebody told you. It's something that 9 times out of 10 you probably experience. Solomon said, to more wisdom God gave me. Guess what it did to him? It caused my heart to hurt even more. Isn't it something how you can increase in knowledge and wisdom, but it also makes you become sorrowful because of what God is showing you? Ain't that something? See, a lot of times, a lot of people, they ask God for wisdom, but a lot of times people don't understand the price of getting wisdom. Oh, you need to hear me preach the word. Come on, somebody. How many know the more you know, the more you're going to go through? Oh, you better listen to me. Come on now. The more you know, the more you're going to suffer. I was real. Come on, somebody. Knowledge and wisdom can be painful because a lot of times God lets you taste it firsthand. You're not going to tell nobody you know what an orange tastes like and you never tasted it. Come on, somebody. But knowledge, I know what it tastes like. Come on, somebody. I was real. Come on, somebody. When you got the knowledge of something, can nobody tell you nothing different because God has given you knowledge in that area. But we're living in a world now, we're living in a society now whereas racism is real. You better listen to me. Discrimination is real. Come on, somebody. During this day and time, we are facing more racism. And it's not only just black and whites. It's the black and the browns. Come on, somebody. Racists hating racists. Come on, somebody. I was real. Come on, somebody. Puerto Ricans not liking the blacks. Blacks not liking Puerto Ricans. Come on, somebody. White folks don't like black folks. Black folks don't like white folks. White folks don't like Mexicans. Mexicans don't like nobody. Come on. It's racism in our society. Come on. And these are issues that people in the church or outside the church don't want to talk about. But when it becomes a problem is when we bring it into the church. Oh, you better listen to me. Everybody talking about going to heaven. Everybody talking about serving Jesus Christ in the church. And everybody in the church talk about how much they love Jesus Christ. But then you hating another man because of his skin color or the color of his eyes or the color of his hair. Come on, somebody. And because of these things, you're hating a man for no reason at all. His skin is sin in your eyes. Ain't that something when we look at a man's skin as being sin? Ain't that something? Come on, somebody. Just because you black, you a child of the devil. Oh, y'all need to help me preach the word? Come on, somebody. Or just because you white, you a child of the devil. Just because you're Oriental, just because you're Mexican. Come on. We fall out with one another just because of skin color. Isn't it sad how we can say we serve Jesus Christ, but then white folks can't fellowship with black folks? Now you better listen to me preach the word now. Now we talk about Jesus Christ. I'm talking about we preach the word Sunday after Sunday. I'm talking about preachers too now. But then we look at the other preacher because he's not your skin color like he going to hell because he's not chosen. Oh, people don't want to preach this, but listen, I'm a type of man, I preach reality. I preach the truth. Come on, ain't nobody going to shut this mouth up but Jesus Christ. Come on, I ain't scared to speak. Come on, you better listen to me. Come on. When I was in the street, I had 15 guns pulled in my face, and I wasn't scared then. So you better believe I ain't scared now. Come on. I'm going to speak the word because the word needs to be spoken. You got people think that they're going to heaven, and they're hating their brother, or they're hating their sister because of their skin color. I don't know what heaven you think you're going to. Heaven ain't no be divided. Heaven ain't no be full of white folks. Oh, you better listen to him preach the word. I said heaven ain't no be full of white folks. And heaven ain't no be full of black folks. Heaven ain't no be full of Mexicans. Heaven ain't no be full of just Chinese or Puerto Ricans. Come on. But it's going to be all nationalities and nations in heaven. What did God tell Abraham? He said, through your seed, you shall be the father of many nations. He didn't say nation. Oh, you better listen to me. Come on, somebody. He said, through your seed, through your loins, you shall be the father of many nations. So that means we all got access to Jesus Christ. White folks just don't got access to Jesus Christ. Black folks just don't got access to Jesus Christ. The Puerto Ricans just don't got access to Jesus Christ. The Jews just don't got access to Jesus Christ. But we all got a right to the tree of life. But now we teach a false doctrine in the church. We teach the church that God is a God that discriminates. Oh, you better hear me preach the word. These are lies that have been passed down for generation to generation. Black folks don't got souls. Oh, y'all need to hear me preach the word. Black folks gonna be our servants and slaves when we get to heaven. Come on, somebody. The only person I'm going to serve when I get to heaven is Jesus Christ. The Bible says every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that he is Lord. It didn't say I was going to bow down to a man. Oh, you need to hear me preach the word. It didn't say I was going to bow down to a white man in heaven. It didn't say I was going to bow down to a Mexican in heaven. It didn't say I was going to bow down to a black man in heaven. But I'm going to bow down to Jesus Christ. We all gonna bow down to Jesus Christ. But we're living in a society now whereas racism is real and it is existing in the house of God. How can you say you love God, but you can't even love your neighbor? Come on, somebody. How can you say you love God and you hate your neighbor because of his eye color, the color of his eyes? How can you say you love God and you hate a man because of his skin? Oh, y'all need to hear me preach the word. We stereotype one another. We judge one another off one's appearance. Oh, you better listen to me. Now in society, when society look at young black men, let me preach the word. Come on. And especially young black men, if you got dreads, or you got gold in your mouth, they look at you as being a thug or a gangster or a killer. Come on. Come on, somebody. We prejudge people and don't even know nothing about them. Just because you look a certain way, it don't mean that you are that way. Oh, you better listen to me, church. Come on, somebody. But we have been taught to judge. We have been taught to stereotype one another. Come on, somebody. And that's what's going on in God's house. We don't give one another a chance. We just look at what was passed down from my great-granddaddy. Oh, you better listen to me. And now I'm finna live by these rules. Come on. We never get a chance to try to get to know the individual. But guess what? We judge them because of what we heard. If they black and they got dreads, they violent. All black men are angry. Come on, somebody. Oh, you better listen to me. Come on, it's real. That's just like right now if I was to say all whites is prejudice. I'd be wrong. You better listen to me. I'd be wrong if I said every white man was prejudiced. I'd be wrong if I said every black man was prejudiced. You better listen to me. Come on, somebody. Because I'm prejudging. Come on. I was reading this type of message that we don't want to preach up in the church. Come on, somebody. But the churches are racially and spiritually divided. Let me show you how the churches are spiritually divided. Baptists can't get along with the Pentecostals. Come on. We discriminate against one another. The Methodists can't get along with the Church of God. Come on, somebody. This preacher can't sit down with this preacher because he's scared that this man might preach a little bit better than him and he's going to take his milk. We discriminate against one another also in the house of God. And we prejudge one another. And don't even know nothing about the individual, but just because they look a certain way or they carry themselves a certain way. That's the society that we live in. But Jesus Christ was not like that.